there's only one place to start. Like we got to start off here, man. The breaking news this afternoon for me here in the UK would have been in the morning for those over in the US. Damian Lillard, Dame Dollar, he asks the Portland organization for a trade out of the organization. And like, I mean, I'm going to give Chino the platform because he has to speak about this because there's been so much speculation and so much chatter around whether Dame Lillard will be asking out of Portland. And what is he going to do? Is he going to stay loyal to the organization? He wants to win a ring. Where does he go? A lot of options, but he looks like he's chosen his option right now. And it's going to be, actually, what am I doing? Yeah, it's going to be Miami. I'm just going to do one thing.
Hey, big up to David Tyler in the chat, man. I say if I'm gonna unblock them, already did. I followed him on IG too. Now I followed him on IG.
Hey, talk about
Already
it.
did.
Talk about it, man. Dame Dollar. What are you saying?
So here's the thing. There's a lot of speculation, right? About there's a lot of people like after game two, what he said after game two was like, oh, Miami, Brooklyn. But if Miami win the championship, no, I'm not going there. And then Miami went and dropped three, and people started speculating, did they do that? Blah. I don't think so, because you can't give up a chance to win a ring to bring a guy in for maybe you could say, oh, that's three rings if we bring him in. That's a possibility. You are already in the position. So I don't think so. But um when Dame said those things, a lot of Heat fans is like they got scared for the KD thing and the what's this called, the Utah with Donovan Mitchell thing. Yeah,
Yep.
D Wade laid the groundwork, but there's literally like boiling blood between Pat Riley and Danny Ainge. That deal was never gonna be easy because what and I come to find out Miami was trying to keep Tyler Era out of that deal for Donovan Mitchell, which makes no sense. Like Miami always trying to lowball people. And to speak about this Dame deal, the only thing that messed this deal up is the Miami Heat and Pat Riley, because I feel it's done. The deal is done. Like the Nets, the Nets on Dame list is 10%. 90% is Miami. Like I want to go to Miami. Jimmy been recruiting him. Him and Bam talk every day. He said that on the podcast. Bam's my dog. We talk every day. And to go back to the KD thing too, with KD, when Miami was in there, and I'm like getting gas about it, but I really wasn't, because if you remember correctly, I was telling you guys and I was telling people, any guy Miami is gonna get through Bam is not KD, because yes, KD and Bam is close or good friends, but KD is very close to Devin Booker. That's who he took under his wings as a little brother. Dame took Bam under his wing as a little brother. If you look at Team USA, Dame and Draymond Green, them the two that was with Bam every day as little brothers. Like that's their little brother. So I know them two is really close, and that relationships right there, like D Wade say, people, relationships is important in this business in the NBA. I 100% believe if D Wade was still in Miami, we wouldn't have problem getting stars because people love D Wade. Like,
Yeah.
So I feel like this deal is done, bro. Let's just see the hold up right now is Miami finding a team for Tyler Hero. And what is that team willing to give? The minimum that team have to be willing to give is 2 first-round picks. That's the minimum because Miami only have 2 right now. If you
Yep.
want to count Jovic, that's 3. Personally, I don't want to move, but I feel like he's going to get moved because they just signed the rookie. The rookie that they drafted, they signed him today, which makes no
Oh,
sense.
okay.
If you're gonna, unless they think, okay, this guy's ready now, and we trade Jovic to Portland. Um, but the more a lot of Heat fans when Bradley Beal was gone, bro. Did we message each other? And I told you, like, I'm chilling, I'm calm, like Dame is coming.
But
That's
yeah,
all my friends. They're like, Bradley Beal said Miami. Why didn't we go for? I'm like, bro,
no trade
chill
clause,
out.
right?
I'm
He had the no
chilling.
trade.
Dame is
He had the no
coming. Like,
trade. He had a no trade, so he could choose where he wanted to go,
yeah,
essentially,
he
right?
chose Miami. He wanted Miami or the Suns.
Oh, he did.
Miami
Oh,
just
yeah,
didn't. Yeah, Bradley Beal
yeah.
wanted to be in Miami. Miami
Mm,
just didn't engage it. Like all the
mm,
media came out with it.
mm,
Miami focuses this guy right now on our screen.
mm.
That's where our focus been the whole time since he said those things. Like, okay, so that means he wants out. So there's groundwork been laid. So Miami probably told Bam and Jimmy, like, they can't tell him text Dame and say, ask him if he's coming, like if he wants to come. They can't do that because it's tampering.
Tampering.
But they
Yep.
could tell Bam or Jimmy, like, test his waters, see where his head is at. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? And probably that went on, and Bam give the front office a head nod, like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying. So
mm.
the leg work was laid, bro. And when you was like, nah, you might not getting there, you're getting, I'm like, bro, we're getting him. If Dame say Miami, it's Miami. We're getting Dame, bro. Miami
Yeah.
just have to find ways to make it work. And last night was when I was like, I was 89%. Last night was when I had that other 11% because that 11% was Dame playing around. But last night I knew it was ready when Miami traded off Oladipo contract off the books
Yeah.
to OKC. But
Yeah.
the thing that didn't, when I was like, wait, but you gave OKC, they didn't lift the protection off the pick, but you
Mm.
cleared up cap space. You literally cleared cap space, so that
Captain,
means
yeah. The
you're
moves.
talking to Portland, and Portland is telling you that we can give you Dame, but you have to take this Nurkic, whatever his name is, contract
Nurkic,
too.
yeah, Nurkic, yeah. I mean, look,
And
the interesting thing. Sorry to cut you off, bro. Yeah, the interesting
no,
thing
go for it, bro.
the last night, yeah, the moves that you were making. Obviously, you obviously didn't offer up enough for Gabe Vincent, so he goes to LA. The same
Bye.
with Max Strus. The same with Max Strus. He
Bye.
goes to the Cavaliers, and then obviously, as you mentioned, with Oladipo's contract as well. You know, moving his contract on it cleared up all this cap space, and it kind of set the stage for Miami about to do something big. You know, they're gonna bring in their star to play alongside Jimmy and Bam, and it was
Hey,
gonna be
time
big.
out. Time out. And what did I say to you last night when you tagged me on Twitter in the game going to LA? What did I say to you? Booyah time.
Yeah,
Did I
yeah,
not
yeah,
reply
yeah,
with that?
yeah,
And who
yeah, yeah,
Miami signed today to a two-way contract? Jamari Booyah. Trust me.
yeah,
Bro, Miami have these undrafted guys lined up and ready. But
yeah.
go ahead, finish it. Like, I'm not worried about Gabe and Shoes. I'm not.
I mean, no, I'm not saying that. The I think what's interesting about this one is like, right, so obviously Damon's asked out, but then we get the Blazers front office coming out with this, right? So they said, so Joe Cronin says, we have been clear that we want Dame here, but he notified us today that he wants out and prefers to play somewhere else. What has not changed for us is that we're committed to winning and we're going to do what's best for the team in pursuit of that goal. And then Woj says that the front office, talking to the front offices in Portland today, he was left with the impression that the GM, Joe Cronin, is pursuing a star level return package for Damian Lillard, and that
Okay.
Cronin plans to look well beyond Miami Heat to find one.
They're
So,
lying. They're
so
lying.
but
Listen, that's
my question to you is, yeah,
go ahead.
what is Miami giving up, yeah, to gain Dame Lillard? So obviously you're throwing
Okay.
Tyler in there, right? So give me the rest.
Okay. So here's the thing. That GM is lying
Mm-hmm.
because this morning he through Woj, he tweeted that he wanted when he told Woj to say it was the Clippers, Nets, and when he said the Clippers, the Nets, and Miami, that's what he told Woj. They're looking for a young star in return. That's what Woj tweeted this morning, like 7, 8 hours ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now he's changing when Dame tweeted out through Chris Ainge and Shams that it's only Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever Shams and Chris Ainge is saying, that's coming from Dame Lillard and his agent.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever Woj is saying is coming from Cronin. That's his mouthpiece. So it's a PR battle in the media. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? So him saying all of this, he knows he's trying to make save face because the fan base, right? Okay, what are we getting for Dame? Oh, when Woj released that now, when they trade for Dame and get 5 first-round pick, Kyle Lowry expiring contract, Duncan Robinson, get Jokic off the book and get Dames off the book, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Free up
mm,
money for them to be
yeah.
flexible next year and all this. Um, they could say, well, we tried for a star player, nothing was available.
Mm,
They could say that because Woj released that they start. And then Tyler Arrow, they send Tyler Arrow to Tyler Arrow is not going to Portland. Their guard depth is set.
yeah, Scoot.
Um
It's gonna be Scoot, man. Scoot's gonna
it's
be
the
leading them.
Nets, it's the Nets or the Spurs. Whatever those two teams have to offer,
So it's gonna be a three.
it's
It's gonna be
one of them.
a three-team trade. You're saying.
It's always
Yeah,
been. It's
yeah,
always been. I told you this. The
yeah,
Portland Trailblazers don't want Tyler Arrow, and
yeah.
especially them taking Scoot. If they had took if it was Brandon Miller, there could have been a possibility, but
Tyler would have.
it's
Yeah,
Scoot. Yeah, so
yeah.
they're not gonna want Scoot. I mean, sharp ball handler will get bucket. Scoot ball handler get bucket.
Mm,
Simons ball handler get bucket. And then they signed 2 guards, and they drafted 2 guards, Chris Murray and another one. Chris Murray
yeah.
get buckets.
And Ryan Rupert as well, the Frenchman.
So you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So there's a lot of guard. The guard depth is strong up there right now. So
yeah.
I don't think they want Tyler. The Nets like Tyler. I know Utah like Tyler.
Mm,
The Nets have the 7 first round, the 11 first round picks. Maybe the Nets. Tyler fit the Nets timeline. Dame don't. That's the thing. Dame the player fit. Dame the player is the net. Bro, anybody would love Dame. Anybody. But the age does not fit the Nets timeline for what they're trying to do, for what
mm,
they're trying to recover from. The KG, Paul Pierce, Joe
mm.
Johnson mistake, then
Yep.
the Kyrie, KD, Arden mistake. They just recouped some picks from those. Um, they have a young player, Mikael Bridges. They just signed, who's a 3. They just re-signed Cam Johnson, who is the 4,
Yep.
young player. They have
Yep.
Claxton, young player. You know what I'm
Cam
saying?
Cam
Now,
Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Uh,
Cam Thomas, who is a 1-2. Now you bring a Tyler Arrow in.
Makes
He
sense.
fits in.
Makes
He
more sense.
fits in.
Yeah.
He fits in with that group, with the young core. You have him. He's on the contract for the next 4 or 5 years. 4 years restricted free agent. You have him locked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
This is gonna be
and
interesting.
if he ball out, you can still move him again. If he's working and one of the guys, Mikhail or Cam, like not working, you move them for asset. Young players again move. So he fits the Nets. He fits Popovich with Wembanyama. Popovich get a guard that he loved, the type of guard that
Yep.
can drive, float. Tyler can get in, get down, and float. He doesn't really put pressure on the rim like Tony
Mm,
Parker did. Tony Parker was drive and float. He didn't really put much pressure on the rim. Just a silky offensive player that Pop can develop to work that 2-man game with Wembanyama.
mm,
So those are the two options right now. The sleeper in it would be Utah for me, but that's it. So to answer your question about what the package would look like, the package would look like Tyler going to one of those 3 teams. We
mm-hmm.
get 2 to 3 picks or a swap. So we get 2 to 3 picks, reroute those picks to Portland with our 2 picks that we have, and then 2 pick swaps. So that's 6 first-round picks. So two
Oof.
pick swaps and
But it's
two.
this is Dame, so it's worth the 6
It's
now because
work, bro.
we've
Rudy
seen
Gobert worked for them.
we've seen the bar. The bar is high when it comes to
Yeah, it's high. I mean,
veteran,
that's the go. That's the market, though.
yeah,
Jay Crowder was traded from the Nets to the Bucks for 5 second-round picks,
second
bro.
rounds, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so What's big up, man? CM,
Man,
welcome,
man,
man.
like
Hey.
CM in the building. What are you saying, bro?
Listen, man, first and foremost, apologies for the lateness, you guys, man. But you know, I had to show some love just coming fresh off the WWE stream.
Yeah, bro, because I was like, I'm not sure he's coming tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's WWE stream. I know that they could be a bit lengthy, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, man, the work doesn't stop, and a
Hey.
whole heap of stuff has been going on in the NBA. So,
Trust me.
you know, it's always a vibe with the man, then, man. So big up.
Come on, big up to man like CM. Hey, make sure you hit in CM22 for any wrestling content, some of the NBA stuff, and then obviously the main channel, CM22 ENT for the United Twins. Obviously, we're going to be starting back up, new season coming very, very soon. So I know there's going to be some stuff cooking over there. So make sure you go over there, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, show him some love there too. Before we move on to the next topic though, CM, what is your thoughts on Dame finally asking out of Portland? Because we've been talking about this, man. So I want to hear your thoughts, bro.
Oh, bro, it finally happened. I mean, speaking about some of the stuff that's been going on, yeah, less of that really. You think about the stuff that's been going on. I mean, Jeremy Grant signed an enormous contract with the Portland Trailblazers, and a lot of people have kind of been thinking, was that the move, that the final nail in the coffin that made Dame say, okay, so you're gonna sign that guy to a massive contract. Where do we go from here? How do we move to becoming a competitive team? And to be honest, all of us could see the Portland Trailblazers were pretty doomed in terms of, because they didn't make the playoffs. They shut it down this season. It was going to be hard to become all of a sudden one of the contending teams in the Western Conference. So, for me, it always felt like a situation where the Trailblazers were forcing Dame into deciding his own destiny. And I feel like with that new contract given to Jeremy Grant, Dame looks at it and says, there's not much of a chance of me making it back to, our highest point, which was the Western Conference Finals, where they were convincingly beaten all them years ago with CJ against Golden State. So it had to happen eventually. And now we've heard, shout out to Chino, Miami is his preference. Then there's Brooklyn. We've heard Woj speak about the Clippers as well and what would happen there. But the Portland Trailblazers as well being committed to wanting to get the best package in terms of, draft assets, young players. So it's going to be an interesting few days. I feel like they're going to take their time when it comes to trading Dame, because this could almost be a franchise-altering trade for the Portland Trailblazers and for anybody who receives him. So when you look at the Miami Heat, and I'm sure Chino said it already, they're probably, out of all of his preferences, in the best position to allow him to contend. Just been to the NBA Finals, of course. They've lost Max Strus. They've lost Gabe Vincent. So they're going to have to do something there in terms of just bolstering a couple positions. And then Tyler Hero will be involved in a Damian Lillard trade, most likely. So there will be some moves, and we've seen quite a few teams make moves around the league as it is. So it's just exciting times. I'm excited to see how this Damian Lillard trade is going to end up, because this is a guy that's given his all to the Portland Trailblazer organization. And, I've been seeing people on Twitter say this is the one guy that if you ask for a trade, we wouldn't complain, because he has tried, he has stuck it out after many, many years, even after CJ was traded, to the New Orleans Pelicans. He's tried to mentor the likes of Anthony Simons and co, but it just hasn't worked out. He's at the point of his career where you need to win. You don't know how many more years you've got at the top. And of course, his style of play is very translatable for guys that are, have the ability to play long into their late 30s, for example, mid or late 30s. But you just never know what happens in your career. So you need to take advantage. And he's coming off arguably the best season of his career. So how many more seasons can you do this in a team that is definitely not contending, not in a position to take you where you need to be? So now is the perfect time.
Yeah, I mean, look, to kind of sum it up, right? I just feel like whoever is going to get Dame, and if it's going to be Miami at this point, they need to be able to give something enticing to to the Portland Trailblazers. Obviously, it's not a big market, so star level kind of players aren't going to be going there. They've got themselves a potential all-star player in Scoot Henderson. What they need to be focusing on is in the next 3, 4, 5 years, can they have, picks that, they can pick up guys, good level players in the drafts in the coming years to be able to become a competitive team in the West in 4 or 5 years time, and like, as Chino mentioned, they did pick up a couple of good guys, well, a few good guys, to be honest with you, in this NBA draft. And obviously you got Scoot, Ryan Rupert, and Chris Murray. So, it's going to be interesting to see how they kind of gel into the team alongside the likes of Shaden Sharp. Obviously, Jerami Grant has signed his contract now, so he's locked in. I mean, I wonder what's going to happen to Yusuf Nurkic, to Nurkic, sorry, because I wonder if he's going to want to stick around, because he will be thinking, hey, we've lost.
Nah, he's in the package. I'm literally reading.
He's in the package.
Yeah, Yusuf Nurkic could be packaged with Damian Lillard in the trade package.
In the trade.
Chris Haynes,
Because
44 minutes ago.
What's interesting with that one?
That's Dame's boy too, so I don't want him in Miami. Much fucking garbage.
Because I was thinking before because obviously the Rockets were in the market for a center, and obviously they brought in Jock Landale. I
don't think that's gonna be their starting. Oh well, it's a backup. Şengün is their starter.
That's what I'm saying. Şengün is their starter, so they brought in a backup in it. So it's, I was thinking, like, because obviously because Şengün was going to be the backup if Brook Lopez was going to be the guy that it was going to bring in, but obviously he's re-signed anyway with the Bucks. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds.